Hi, my name is Josh, and welcome to the Doolin Lab. This summer, I will be taking you on an adventure through the Doolin Lab where we'll get to meet some of our researchers and see who they are. So, let's see who we have today.
My name is Ashley Tucker, and I'm in the Doolin Lab.
Now, what is your science? And explain it to me as if I was our PI, Dr. Doolin, and if I was a 7th grader who really doesn't care about science too much.
What my project does is it uses neuroprogenitor cells, which is a type of neural stem cell, to figure out, okay, can we reconnect this lost locomotor circuitry that would allow you to walk and run. And the thing about these neural progenitor cells is that they're not all the same type. My project tries to really tease out of all these neuroprogenitor cells that we are looking at. And so you can think of your spinal cord as like a bunch of wires, where, you know, if you clip one wire, you might lose function in your hand or in your leg. If you clip all of them, then you can lose all of that function at once. And that's kind of how a spinal cord injury is, and it's very sad and it's very scary. And so what my project tries to do is to replace that wiring, to reconnect it. But we have to think that these wires are not all the same, and it's trying to figure out, okay, what wires will work, and then hopefully we can help these individuals recover walking, running, being able to do the same thing that they were able to before.
Now, when did you know that research was meant for you?
I was a biomedical engineering undergrad. I wanted to actually work on neuroprosthetics, so I still wanted to do neuroscience, but I wanted to do it the engineering route. And so when I kept learning through my classes, especially once I started taking the neuroscience minor, is that we really don't know a lot about neuroscience. It really is like the Wild West of science, or like the space of science. It's open field, anyone can get into it, but we don't know a lot about it. And a lot of the neurodegenerative diseases like Alzheimer's, Parkinson's, spinal cord injury, there's not treatments for them.
Now, importantly, why do you do research?
The unknown and getting to learn it first. I think what I love about science the most is like putting together the project and being like, okay, we don't know this, so how do we make a project to understand question A or question B, and like putting that all together and then letting that experiment run and then seeing the final product and what does that get you. And that's all new information. No one else is doing that in the world, and that's really powerful to like be the first one ever to see that kind of information.
If you were not in spinal cord research right now, what would you be doing?
I always wanted to be a neurosurgeon, which I kind of am, kind of not. Without the MD, I was always fascinated in neurosurgery, would potentially go back to neuroprosthetics and doing that.
So, outside of research, who is Ashley Tucker?
Much more relaxed. I am someone who enjoys watching movies with my friends, like going out, relaxing. I have these 2 cats, Link and Nami, which I just adore. They're so cute. Really just enjoying, relaxing, spending time with my family, and so on.
What is your favorite memory in lab?
I love that we celebrate each other, and also our successes and so on.
What are some of Ashley's future plans in research?
PhD-wise, finishing up the experiments that I have, defending, kind of step away from research for a little while in terms of going into public policy, seeing how we can essentially either increase funding to science, help our community better understand it, and not fear us. I think that was a really huge issue. And then I might go back around into a postdoc, and it would be more into understanding neural circuitry, kind of what I'm doing now, but more in a non-injury sense.
If you were giving advice to an undergraduate student that wanted to get into research, what would you say?
It's okay to do research outside of like your department. Even outside the university, there's research experiences for undergraduates that the National Institute of Health, the NIH, and the National Science Foundation, the NSF, have every summer. definitely reach out to the principal investigators, the leaders of these labs, reach out to the graduate students, even reach out to your friends, just to understand like what do these labs do. And I think one of the biggest mistakes that I see undergraduates do is getting into a lab they don't really like. Do something that you could see yourself doing for a year, for 2 years. You don't want to do something that you're miserable at or it won't help you down the road. My name is Ashley Tucker, and go follow the science.
Beautiful. Thank you so much for taking time out of your day to show our audience what a real scientist looks like. And to our audience, remember, follow the science. Until next time, this is Josh. For more information on the Doolin Lab or the scientists within the lab, please go visit our website or our Instagram @Doolin Lab. Thank you.